Sonya Miller coming to you live again this evening, and I am super excited because I've got another DIY planned, and this one is a good one because raise your hand, tell me below, send me hearts if you love the weathered wood, the barnwood look, the salvage wood look, then this DIY is definitely for you, okay? We're going to go ahead and get started, but if you, my friends, would tell me where you guys are watching from tonight, that would be awesome! And my hubby is the cameraman tonight. He is my partner in crime. We're coming to you live outside of Pittsburgh, PA. As I said, we own the Shabby Shop. It's a paint company, and we make the ever-loved product called Junk Monkey Paint. So do say hello, honey bunny.
Hello.
He says it deep because he isn't feeling the best of it. But you know what? I'm pretty sure that we can make him feel better because we are going to power through this DIY, and we're going to turn that frown upside down, right? You guys with me today or what? Okay? So who loves barnwood? What you're seeing me do right now is put down a base of our paint. It's called, like I said, Junk Monkey Paint. It's a chalk type paint. And honestly, this is probably the most important part is I like to use this style paint for the base only because it sticks to everything. You don't have to prime or sand or anything like that. So you could do this effect that I'm about to show you on glass, you name it, you know what I mean, anything that you can think of. So the base sticks really, really well. By the way, this is just a little piece I'm going to show you as a template tonight. This is a piece that I took from my garage, and if you can see, you know, I think I painted on it before. No big deal because we're going for the, you know, the barnwood look, the old look. So I'm okay with an old piece of wood that might have paint on it. Make sense? So let's get going here. And guys, we do have a giveaway going on tonight. So as you pop on, say hi. We're going to do some shout outs here in just a moment. I would love it if you would share this video. That would make my heart grow 2 sizes. And we also have a giveaway tonight. Your giveaway question is, as I show you this effect, where would you put this effect in your home? What would you create it on? So tell me, okay? The barnwood effect. All right, tell me, who's with us? Who's watching?
Actually, people are being very quiet tonight.
Being very quiet?
Yes, they are.
They're relaxing. Who knows? It's sunny here where we are. You know what? I love the long evenings where we get a chance to go out and hang out in the evenings and just kind of like get a lot of stuff done, right? So I'm
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Ashley has a coffee table that is in need of being redone. Ashley,
I'm going to show you this. This is so awesome. Okay.
She's in North Carolina.
North Carolina, gal. All right, and plus North Carolina, heck yeah, this is great even for beachy looks. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite looks to get with this effect too. So don't go anywhere, girl. All right, so I laid down a base of brown. Okay, so when you see a lot of barnwoods, you see them usually in browns or grays or that sort of thing, right? So anybody know where you would typically find brown barnwood, the color brown, because you get it in different sorts of colors, right, when you find it out and about. Anybody know? I'm just curious because, believe it or not, anybody answering that, you'll have to tell me if they are.
Yeah, we have people joining us from West Virginia, Fort Worth, Texas, North Carolina again, New York City.
Hey friends from
Kelly Richardson Weiler says, hey girl.
You are joining us. Yeah.
Maine, Sudbury, Ontario.
So, oh my gosh, back where my stomping ground is, back in Canada. Hello, guys. I am a Canadian living abroad, loving to DIY every day of my life. So, one of the things I've really loved since I moved to Pennsylvania is finding barnwood. But I know a lot of you guys may not have access to barnwood. Maybe you don't want to go and haul barnwood. Maybe it's super, super expensive to find barnwood where you are.
Kelly wants me to tell you that she loves you.
Oh, Kelly, I love you too, girl. I'm sending you a virtual hug right now, okay? Hopefully you get it.
I don't know if I like
Send
this.
Me hugs.
I don't
Hey,
know.
they're my friends. I'm so glad they showed up to watch me. So, guys, seriously, this is the very, very simplest effect that you can do with only 3 paint colors, okay? So I've laid down a base of brown. What I was going to say is brown. Sometimes you see barnwood and it's brown. It's because chances are it came from the interior of a barn, okay? It's been dark. It hasn't been exposed to the sunshine, and so it generally keeps its brown colors. And you see a lot of tones of like different sorts of tones in it, right? So to create this barnwood effect, you just pick 3 colors, okay? And all I've done is I've started with a base of a darker brown, and then you can see I picked 2 other browns that I like, okay? So basically, you want to start with a darker, a medium, and a lighter, okay? Pick any variations of those colors that you like, that you feel when you look at a piece of barnwood that you see. The other trick is to use a, this is called just a chip brush. It's what I call a shabby chip brush because that's what it is, right? It looks pretty shabby right now. You can see, like, talk about looking distressed because I use these brushes over and over again. They're less than $1. And yeah, I wash them over and over again. They're awesome. All the paint I'm using is water-based paint. But the whole point is to basically just dip your brush in it just a little bit and give it a good smooth over with the 3 colors, okay? That's all you want to do. And you want to just keep doing that. And when you are looking at this right now, you're seeing kind of the brown version, right? So seriously, 3 colors is all you need. And we're just going to keep layering it on. So 1 layer at a time on to the next one until you get it exactly where you want it to be. Could you add a little bit of black in here? Heck yeah, you could. That would be really cool. And I'll show you, in fact, how cool a black added in would actually be right here. We're going to use this for the next variation that I'm going to show you of color. But just adding a little bit of black. And again, just drag your brush over, put it where you want to put it. I kind of move with my body when I paint this style, especially this style. You kind of want to create those long flowing brush strokes, right? You always want to go with the grain of the wood. So Kelly, talking about your coffee table, girl, you want to kind of hover above it, and you will want to definitely kind of like go long ways, right? You don't want all these sorts of like, you know, brush marks in the middle. You want to go nice and linear. So how about that for a brown version? Because like I said, you do find brown barnwood. Oftentimes it's collected from the inside of a barn. All right, let me inspire you with another color. And by the way, I've got some projects that I'm going to show you how you can actually bring this sort of thing to life here in your home. Don't forget to tell me where you would do this effect on, because we got a giveaway going on and we want to know where you would put this effect in your home. Like, what would you put it on? Would you put it on a coffee table like Kelly said, or... Babe, what are they saying?
Well, first off, hi, Clara.
Hey, Clara.
People would do picture frames. They were talking about it in their bedroom, in their bathroom.
Absolutely.
Of course. So,
yep.
anyways.
Those are great ideas.
So this is a little bit more gray. The brown would be kind of a walnut effect, and the gray here would be more of a locust effect.
Exactly. And a lot of times when you find the gray, it's because it was on the outside of a barn, okay? It's been exposed to Mother Nature. Mother Nature has definitely played with it, you know, in the intense heat and the rain and all the different temperature changes, and it's been outside, and so it's been exposed to just, you know, a lot of bleaching with the sun's rays and things like that, okay? So this is kind of like some variations that you can do, and then in a moment I'm going to show you how to kind of basically transform them into some projects. But this is my sample board that I'm working on right now, okay? So you can see. So this started with a brown base. To get the gray effect, I used just a gray paint. Again, this is my 3-color process that I'm sharing with you guys today. Could you use a stain? Yes. Does your finger stick together after using it? Yes. Do you hate yourself after using stain and wiping over paint? Probably so. Okay, let's be honest here, folks. So I like to just kind of, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use a water-based paint. I'm going to pick 3 colors. Basically a light, a medium, and a darker color, and I'm going to blend them together long ways, okay? So that was 1 gray. The other thing is I don't change out my brush, okay? So now what I'm going to do is do that gray like I told you, okay? So we already used this color gray right here. Next up, let's see, we got some granite gray here. This is just... Again, any color that you can pick up, okay? The most important base is the bottom base, because you want that to really stick on, right? And one of my favorite things about using the chalk type paint is that it's a little bit meatier than a regular paint. So once it dries, it really just creates like a, when you think of barnwood, you're thinking like, you know, rustic and rough, and so it creates more of a rougher surface, and it's great to build on as it dries. So I could let this dry a little bit if I want. Or I can continue blending. So right now I'm just going to take my brush, and again, long ways. So think about all the places that you could put it and do this effect. Tell me what you would actually do this effect on. And at the very end of this live broadcast, we're going to give away a Hometalk tote bag to 1 lucky person who comments and tells us where you would try this effect in your home.
Yeah, Shirley wants to know how she gets her bag. Well, we send it to you, Shirley.
Heck yeah, girl, we hook you up. We hook you up. Actually,
Hometalk will message you.
Yeah. We've got Jordan here who is reading through all the comments right now. And she's going to pick a lucky winner. And so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, okay? And please share this video. We would love it if you would certainly share this video. That would be awesome. So you can see 2 colors going on right now, right? Now I'm going to pick up my brush and I'm going to add in a different, which is the lighter color. And you see that? So a lot of times when you see a distressed, when you see things that are distressed, It's because it's not just one color, right? It's because over time, maybe it's been painted, maybe it's been exposed to the elements of sunshine. You know, sometimes you see distressed things on the side of the road. It's because Grandma painted them like, 999,000 times, and you see all those colors coming through. But to create the most basic distressed weathered look, you'll want to use 3 colors. So again, for the gray tone, I used a darker, a medium, and a lighter gray. So again, pick the colors that you like, and then with your brush, you want to go linear, and you just want to pull it all together. And I'll show you as well, as that dries, you can also add in some other things, okay? So for the last one I want to share with you is, so we've got our brown, we've got some grays going on here, is let's talk about black as well, and using that as a backdrop. Because we can do a really cool dramatic, let's do a red, blacks, because sometimes barns are red, right? Does anybody know why sometimes barns are red? I moved here to Pennsylvania. It's been about 10 years now, and I actually read this somewhere, what I'm about to share with you, but I'm curious if anybody knows why a lot of times you see barn, like the true old barns, even back way when, why they were painted a red color. Does anybody know? What's everybody saying?
Well, people are saying they do it when they're wainscoting in their bathroom, shiplap in their living room.
Oh, shiplap! Oh, you said the word. You said the word.
Terry wants to know how would it work if I wanted to make it richer with... Hang on, let me see that comment.
Yep.
I can't see the rest of the comment. I'm sorry.
Maybe it'll pop back up. It might went too fast. That's okay. Terry, you can ask that question again if you want, so we can make sure that we can get it. But yeah, so tell us. Keep going. Tell me what they're saying.
So,
it's so fun. I love reading your comments, guys.
Jada is obsessed with the rustic wood look.
Oh yeah, me too.
So Christy Johnson is currently doing this on one of our country stores. I'm taking it. So,
okay, cool.
So we just moved from our country store. So
yeah, we've been doing the move here this last week. Anybody else know what I mean when I say sometimes you do moves and you wondered, how the heck did I manage to get this much stuff? Like, how does one person acquire this much stuff, and how does it fit in here? All this stuff, right? So real quick here, guys, I've now laid down a base of black, okay? So now what I'm going to do is, basically, I'm going to try to create more of a, let's say a weathered barn red siding look. So I've got black for the bottom. Again, I'm going to take my shabby chip brush. Thank you for pulling that right there. Appreciate that. And it always helps if you have your husband to help pick out any little hairs or anything that might fly into your project. So for this project, I failed to say... always have a friend on standby, okay? Sound good?
Somebody said they painted it red because of the rust.
Exactly! Oh my gosh! Seriously, you are so smart. That's exactly right. See, a lot of times back in the day when they were making their own paint, they would actually use things that were rusty around the actual property and put rust as a pigment into paint, and through their linseed oil or the milk paint or whatever they were painting, as a way to give it color, and it always stood out so nicely from the white farmhouses, right? How cool is that? So I have a red here tonight that I'm going to use. So you can see here, I've got I laid down black, I laid down some white over it, and now I'm going to lay down some red, okay? So again, you can let this dry, and again, you can add some more color to it, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But this is our 3 easy, cheat, make a barnwood effect with 3 colors of paint. You pick the style barnwood you want to create, and all you need is 3 colors. If you're trying to go something more traditional, like a gray, and you can mix and match as well, but you need 3 colors to really create. Believe it or not, our eyes, our brains love it when we see 3 colors come together. It just, I don't know, for whatever reason, we love seeing things paired in not paired in threes, I guess stacked in 3s, layered in 3s. A lot of times you do see that. So this is going to dry here as is, and I can add some more color to it in a little bit.
Can you add wax or stain to make it richer? Yes, you can.
You sure can.
Yeah.
So over the top of this, you could use a dark wax, which would be really cool. You can also use antiquing glaze. Has anybody out there ever used antiquing glaze before? And love antiquing glaze, because again, it's a way. The cool thing is when you use like an antiquing glaze is that you can, get it in black. Again, you can get it in brown. You can always use stains as well if you want to go that way. Like I have a stain, let me show you real quick here. For example, I could go over this right now with a stain color. This is one of my favorite ones. It's the dark walnut, and that would really, really deepen it. So if I wanted to, I could also create a wash. Has anybody ever created a wash out there where you take paint, you mix a little bit of water in it, and so it kind of dilutes it, and then you put it over your project and wipe it off. So you put it on, and then you wipe it off. So you can go the stain route, and you can tell, as you look at me, that I'm not afraid of getting products all over me. Thank goodness that, you know what, I do have a home with a hot shower a little bit later. But if you don't want to mess with the fumes or the stickiness or the oil-based products, make your own wash or use a water-based antiquing glaze or the wax. So those are awesome, awesome suggestions, okay? So there we go. We got 3. Now, once this dries, I can add some more. So remember, like right here, this is pretty much dry. If I really wanted to speed this up, I could take a hairdryer and go over this. But once those 3 colors are down, you can go back and you can add in more layers as well. So if I want to deepen this, again, do you see this, guys, how this works? Same colors. Again, just going over. So just the 3 same colors. Let the color before you dry. Add in as much as you want to see. So if I want to see more gray on this particular look I'm going for, again, I'm just going to pull out my gray and add it to the very, very top. And I want to go ahead. The hand movements are probably one of the most important things as well. So you want to go with the grain back and forth, and then the brush is important. You don't want a brush that's going to be dense and cover everything in paint. One of the reasons I love this is because, you know, the ends of these brushes, you see how they fray off? That's what gives you all those lines and brush strokes and brush marks, which really adds to just the character of the piece. So I can continue to play these up. So going back, for example, to the gray that we did back here, or sorry, the brown that we did back here, if I want a little more darker brown in this, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more here, right? A little bit of light, a little bit of dark. And again, play it up. If I want to add some more black into it, I can. So what do you guys think of this technique? Would you try the 3-step Barnwood look, weathered effect? Is this something that you guys would try? Tell me, send me love. Ask me a question. Do you guys have any questions while you have me on here? I paint a lot of furniture and do a lot of faux finishing for customers, and I would be happy to share and to answer any questions while you guys have me on here live, because I love the DIY. How pretty would this be, guys? Even just like, you know, if I were to frame this and put some, maybe hang like a wreath or something over it. How cool would this be? Or to maybe put something on the front of it to really hang it, right? How cool. Very nice, right?
Kim says she sees lots of projects coming up.
Yes, absolutely. And by the way, if you're ever trying to create, this is the kind of an added bonus here. If you're ever trying to create a plank look where you're painting the planks, you don't have something that looks like planks, you actually are working with a solid piece of wood, you can create these, remember, in just very single pieces. You can do a color combination. I've kind of just done 3. 3 are probably the most popular. The browns, the gray, and then the Barnwood red. But you could do, for example, a variation of colors. Maybe you want to do a cream. Maybe you want to do a navy. Maybe you want to do a light blue because you want to do a beach plank style sign, right? But if you were going to do that, all I did, of course, you saw me as I mapped out the actual process to share with you guys. But just take a little bit of darkening paint. Again, you can use your glaze in here. You can use what you have. And I'm going to show you guys real quick, of course, just to kind of give you an idea and inspiration. But remember, you can fake planks as well. So in between planks, there's a lot of dust and debris and darkness and shadow that will be created, right? So don't be afraid to take out a ruler if you want to make it perfect. But you can also create that plank look. One of the other ways that I love to create the plank look is actually taking a little bit of glaze, which sits on top of the paint, but it darkens it and really makes it look like you're looking through your paint through sunglasses, and just kind of rub it right here in between. But I just put some black on it for right now. But does this not look like 3 kind of different planks, right? And when it's up on your wall, people are not looking at it up close. They're looking at it afar. And let me just tell you, it just comes out to be the most cool, awesome look, right? So let me show you a couple ideas of kind of like how I use this particular style into projects, all right? So this is an example, okay? So there's the brown look that I just shared with you, okay?
People are loving the gray. And Kimberly, I believe.
Yeah, I should ask.
What brush do we use? The cheapest brush we can find.
Heck yeah, listen. we are all about, making your home beautiful on a budget and finding the brushes. Look at this one. See, I took this guy home. He's even squished, right? Put little googly eyes on him. But seriously, yeah, he's not even looking right. But I still took him home. But anyway, he's perfect because I always look for brushes that have the kind of the feathered look on the very end. And I also look, this is key as well, if you're trying to create something that looks rustic, don't go out and find new wood. Okay, you can go out and buy it if you need to. But seriously, when you're even looking at it on the shelf, do not worry about like, oh gosh, this has got dents in it, this has got dings in it, what am I going to do? Those are the ones that I want. And a lot of times there are hardware stores, like your local hardware stores, that will actually even give you a discount because it's considered, just not the grade that they would want it to be at because it's got dents and dings. But you guys know, it's so funny, if you actually go online and you search Pinterest, which, who else uses Pinterest like Google when they're looking for something, you can actually go on there and find, tools that you can make so that you can actually, while I'm talking, guys, real fast, which burlap bow should I do? Should I do light? Should I do dark? Should I do light? Should I do dark? If you were me, what would you do? Light or dark? Tell me real fast. But yeah, so you can actually find tools that you can, for example, you can hit your boards with hammers, or you can hit them with chains, or you can find nails and screws and then like hammer on top of them, because those dents and dings actually give it character, right? Because barnwood is not perfectly flat. You create it with as many tones as you want, but it's totally not flat, right?
Dark. Everybody say dark.
Okay, thanks.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Why did you get a B? Because we don't even know anybody with name B.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Really? Okay. Well, we do have a store, so I'm just thinking that I'm sure there's somebody who comes into our store with the name B, right? I mean, I could be wrong, but B is for butt. Yeah, so anyway, we're knocking this out. There is somebody out there who's going to want this. I'm serious. Seriously. It's gorgeous, right? Who wouldn't want this? And you guys can totally create it yourself. So remember how I said, like, this is dry at this point. So if I want, I can darken it up again, right? So a lot of times you see barnwood and it has the dark edges on it, right? It has kind of like the dirty edges because it's got, it's been just over time weathered and it's a little bit dirty. We can even add some black in if we want it and kind of pull it off the edges here just a little bit to make it a little bit more.
Bethany Dunkel said it's for her.
Bethany.
Donna Blanco said B is for
Bethany.
Blanco.
There you go. There's somebody on here with a B, right? And it's like, yeah, I could use that.
So the age-old question of how you seal this.
Yes, absolutely. So if you're using a wax, that's obviously your sealer. You can use that as a sealer. But my favorite go-to sealers are always water-based sealers. I just love them. They're so easy. Sometimes you can find oil-based ones as well, but believe it or not, back in the day it was all oil-based stuff, right? But not anymore, because we can find things like Minwax, polyacrylic. That's an awesome one to use because it's clear, it dries within 30 minutes, it doesn't stick to your fingers, doesn't ruin your brushes. Again, you can use it over and over again. Okay, remember that second look that I shared with you guys on that board? I told you can do a gray and black one. So by the way, here is another palette piece. And just to kind of show you how I cheated, because let's be honest here, you know what I mean? Why buy when you can DIY? Ain't that the truth? But there are some times and some things when, if you don't have time or the tools, I wanted to share with you guys that you can go out in a lot of your craft stores, whether it's Michael's, Joann's, what do you guys have near to you? Hobby Lobby? Anybody love Hobby Lobby? But you can find sections of
Wally World.
What's that?
Wally
World is awesome. Yes, that's actually where I got these. These were $4.97. Now, I could drive to my local hardware store. I could buy these. I could get the tools to cut these. I could go ahead and nail all these on. I could find the hangers. Or I could go to good old Wally World and I could put this, all I had to do was paint it because it just came out looking like new wood for less than $5. So
people would love to see a tutorial on sealing with the poly.
Yeah, absolutely. We could do that. We could definitely do that. You guys, I'll be on here again, I think in about a week or so, and maybe I'll make sure that you guys know, I'll post it below here that I'm going to be back on, and I'll include in that tutorial, be sure to watch how to use poly acrylics and kind of just, different sheens to use and that sort of thing. I will tell you that if you are looking to go with something that is more of an older look, which obviously, guys, if we're creating an old look here at Barnwood, you ain't going to find a shiny barn, right? They have been through the weather. They've been standing for a very, very long time, and at this point, you know, they're pretty matte. Which is what I was going to say, is that if you're looking to use something to seal with, guys, go out and get something that has a matte sheen, okay? And that's going to really just keep it very low key, so it's not going to be uber shiny. Now, if you're going for a shiny look, go with something more than a satin, like maybe a semi-gloss. What's everybody saying?
Just let you know that yes, we glued the keys, but
yeah.
we would actually put screws in that. We just did it for expediency, so.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. When I'm off here tonight, before this goes on my wall, I'll actually put 2 braid nails right in here. And by the way, if you ever put nails into something, so these had hangers on the back of it, right? I don't have to hang it right on my wall. I'm going to hang it on this, and then I'm going to hang it on my wall, and it has the hanger on the back down here. But if you put nails in it, which I would right here, probably put 2 nails right here so it catches between the wood and the wood here. When it's done, take a little bit of black paint and just hit that nail head, and nobody even knows the wiser, right, that it was even there. So I'm kind of just showing you guys for demonstration right now real quick how you can kind of put these together. But these are 2 different looks that I just showed you how to create. So if you love these backgrounds, again, and if you want to add more paint, so again, these palette pieces are dried, and you could totally use palette pieces if you want. If I want to darken something, I can add more, right? A lot of times, like I said, you see a little darkening around the edges, so I'm just going to put a little bit more on right here. I'm going to pull my brush up. Really, this is not hard to do, right? Who out there is inspired and feeling like this is something they can totally do?
I just did a bad thing.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
I put my finger in front of the camera.
Did you? You're not supposed to point. You know that, right?
Now people know what my finger looks like.
They will recognize your finger.
That was supposed to be secret.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. All right.
Cover blown.
You're totally friends now. But okay, I'm gonna add in a little bit more of this right here. There we go. What do you guys think of this one? How fun was this one, right? You like it? Which one do you prefer? The B, the monogram, which monograms are really, really popular. And then we have our keys right here. And don't worry, because I wanted to show you how the third one. Remember how I showed you how to do the barn effect as well, okay? So again, started off with just, you can see all the paint splatters. Nobody's going to see the back, right? This is what it looks like when we do that barnwood effect, when we try to do the red, right? We add some red into it. So what we're going to do right now, again, is if I wanted to, I could totally add in red. I could totally add in white. I could add in whatever I want to add in for colors, because once your base has dried, then you can splurge and put on whatever you want to intensify the color that you want to see. Pretty darn cool, right?
Pat Clouthier wants to know where we get the giant letters.
These, well, the giant letters you can find at pretty much craft stores anywhere. You can also find them online, I will tell you. Look at this. I found a really cool anchor. I like this. When I saw the red could be for a barnwood, but red, when I think red and turquoise and yellows. Maybe it's because I'm an island girl. I don't know. But I saw the anchor, and I'm totally thinking this could go on here as well. But these today, I made a one trip to Wally World. By the way, all these wooden pieces I paid $1.98 for. That's it. $1.98. What is that, right? So there we go. So then I can go ahead and I can drop that on right there. I can add whatever I want to it. And there we go. What do you guys think of that one? Would you put more red on yours? What color would you do for yours, guys? When you look at this, can you kind of see your colors that you're drawn to? What's everybody saying?
Well, everybody loves the keys. I have to say, this is going to be the start of a heated debate tonight.
Oh, really?
Farm Boy says no anchor on red. On the red thing.
Maybe.
Island Girl likes the anchor.
Well, because
Farm Boy
it's
doesn't.
A dwarf, okay? But yeah, so there you go. You guys can do whatever you want in terms of, this is for inspiration purposes, right? So how about this? Because once I did the red and I started thinking about, red and black, I'm thinking wharves and stages, and there are a lot of beach lovers out there that see a lot of dilapidated just beach buildings that have been, windswept, and again, the sun has done its damage. And then I started thinking teal, right? So of course, yeah, I'm sorry. You can't be on here with me without me painting something in teal, right?
I want everybody to know that my life has become teal.
Yes, okay. Listen, we do life in color, okay? So here you go, all right? Everybody who loves teal, say yay, all right? Tell him it's not just me, okay? So yeah, sometimes I might overdo it with teal, but
everybody's
just
bombarded.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Everybody's
all about the blues and the
yes. You guys know what I mean. Seriously, I was even tempted to put some red on here because you know what I'm saying, right? Red and teal just go amazing together. But hey, you know what? I used some self-control and I left the red on the anchor. Okay. So we could put a rooster on here. Would you like it better if I put a rooster on there?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. You could totally think about stenciling a rooster, guys. How awesome would that be on there?
People say the anchor should go in the blue wood.
The anchor should go in the blue one. Yes. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Okay.
So you want to explain to them what the board you're using there is?
Yes, you might recognize this board, babe, because we broke down a shelf that. Yeah, my husband was hauling a shelf to the garbage, and let me just tell you, I'm that person that says, "Wait a minute, are you putting that in the garbage? Because I could totally use that, right?" Who else does that to their hubby? And the hubby then does the eye roll. And you're like, no, seriously, I can make something with this. So these were leftover pieces. Look, you can see the D on it right here, okay? These were components of a shelving unit that broke. The sides got thrown out, but I said, let's keep the actual shelves itself because, you know what, I could go out and I could buy a piece of wood or I could just totally reuse this. And I'm all about, whenever I can, to use what I already have. Why buy when you already have it here, right? So I did the brown. This is what I did. I did this brown technique. Because remember, if you're watching here, you guys have now learned the ways to cheat with just 3 colors to create that weathered look, right? Basically the light, the medium, and the dark brown. And please share this video. Please, please, please share this video. I would love you forever. Don't forget, we got a giveaway going on today. At the very end here, I got one final project I want to share with you guys. But at the very end here, we are going to give away a Hometalk tote bag to one person who tells us, and hopefully you've been inspired, where you would put this finish in your home, okay? So right now, I'm going to go ahead, and I am going to pull out my rope. Now, babe, you might know more about this rope than I do. All I know, it's really cool rope, okay? But I think it's just a hemp. I think it's just a hemp twine. If I could find it. It called it like sizzle rope or sizzle rope or something like that. Does that sound familiar? It's got the sizzle. Well, I'm going to tell you, this project is going to be sizzling when we're done. But yeah, seriously, we are going to make it sizzle right here, right now, okay? So I wanted to share with you guys, what I did was use the brown weather technique, but I added one more last color. So I just went and pulled in a pop of color because, like I said, I love teal. All my teal lovers send me hearts. Yeah, how cool is that, right? By the way, this is done in a coral. Hopefully that translates well. Not through our TV here, but yep, this is a teal, so I just added this in. So this is a fun project to do here because this is kind of rustic, right? And when I think about a little bit of teal and brown, now I'm thinking maybe even like rustic cowboy, you know, I'm thinking cowboy boots. I'm thinking, you know, what do you guys think? You tell me. So what we're going to do real fast here is basically put out the word love on here. Okay, so I'm just using a chalk stick, and there you go, right here. Okay, so I've used a chalk stick, and I've went ahead, and I've traced out the word love. And now I can see I've got a template. The cool thing is, of course, chalk, just with a little bit of water, will disappear, right? So when you create your love, can you guys see this on here? The only thing I want to show you, so that if you guys recreate this, and I hope you do, and I hope you post your pictures below, because I really want to see them, is trace out. But when you loop down and over, because it is too hard to create the O in a rope, okay? So do the L, do the loop around, and kind of do it that way. So I'm going to face it towards me so I can do the best that I possibly can here. But I want to show you real quick how you can use this look and use it as a backdrop, for example, right here on a sign. So tell me, what's everybody saying? What would they do with their look?
Well, my kitchen has knotted pine paneling. She'd love to do it.
Oh, yeah.
This is Jackie Roberts.
Hey, Jackie, that's a great idea.
Kathy has done similar on a tall cabinet.
Okay. Beautiful.
Brenda Rodriguez Vasquez, it could go on your entertainment center.
Wow, you're really good. You got that name good. I butcher names. I'm serious. I am that person.
I've had lots of practice over years.
Well, I know you have. But yeah, me, I butcher names. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
I lost my space.
I'm sorry. I made you lose your spot.
You did.
Don't hate me.
I don't.
Don't hate me. I'm just putting a little bit of glue on here.
Oh, Krista said the sign would look great with the starfish.
That's a great idea. Now I need to find a starfish.
Yeah.
That could be my new latest craze, starfish.
Well, Krista, I don't know. I guess I'm quite fond of octopi and cephalopods.
This is true. And krakens. You do like those. All right, there we go. You guys know that I'm from the island of giant squid, right? I kid you not. Seriously. Anybody know where an island is in the North Atlantic called Newfoundland? Anybody out there? All my Canadian family and friends up there, say hey. But yeah, seriously, the land of giant squid. Look it up. So I am too a little partial when it comes to just beach, you know, decor and that sort of thing. Love me some mermaids. Who loves mermaids? Seriously. I think that for career day, if I could have been like, yeah, I'm going to dress up as a mermaid because when I grow up, I want to be a mermaid. Although I did go one time as a princess. I don't know. I've decided I don't want to be a princess, but I'm thinking mermaid could still be really, really cool. You know, what do you guys think?
Shirley wants to know where? Newfoundland, Shirley. So, Jennifer Brennan McLennan is North Dakota, not Canada, but close to it.
Yeah.
Nicole loves mermaids, too.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Oh, Shirley's from Canada as well.
Hey, Shirley girl.
So,
I'm so glad that you're on here today. So what do you guys think of
Terry
this?
Davis Maldonado said she is a mermaid.
She's a mermaid?
Yeah.
See, we're mermaids.
Maybe you guys need to have a little counseling session about your new career choices.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously. Mermaids get to wear, like, you know, just shells and bling bling, and their hair always looks good minus the seaweed. You know, it's all good. It's all good. So, guys, look how fast I did that while we were chit-chatting here, getting to know each other. And so, remember, I can go out and I can get a towel, or I can use some spit. Aha.
Barb Nichols
I'll do that
says,
when we're off camera.
Barb Nichols says,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, girl. Thank you so much. I would love it if you would share
Pine
this
kitchen
video.
cabinets. Yes, you can
You can do that. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
You can totally do this style. Yep. Get your good base down and then do your effect on top of it. Absolutely. And guys, if you love this effect, make sure you share it, because one thing I've learned is that when you share, it shows up on your timeline for later. So when you're thinking about making one of these later and you're like, oh, what the heck did I do? Where did I put that tutorial?
Susan said your hair is fine.
Your hair is fine?
Yeah, you said about having the hair with minus seaweed.
Oh, yeah. I would take seaweed hair anytime. Seriously. Absolutely. If I could be a mermaid. But yeah, share this video. It'll show up on your timeline, and you guys can go back and watch it later, guys. Absolutely. And I also blog at Hometalk. So if you want to find me and all my DIY projects, if you go over to Hometalk.com, I'm sure that the address will pop up here below. You can find me by searching Sonya's Shabby Shop. And so I am a girl who loves to distress, not be in distress, but I am a girl that loves to distress and do projects like this, guys. So if you love that weathered look, this is an awesome, awesome way to achieve it. So give me hearts. Do you like it? What do you think? Are you loving it? All right, and let's do one final vote, okay? What's your favorite? Tell me below. Would you do the love sign? Would you do the red effect? Let's tell me what your favorite project is. Let's just say project. So love sign, anchor sign, monogram, which is the B, or the keys. Which sort of project do you like the best, and what one would you do first if you had to do one of these? So tell me below. I love to go back and answer any of your questions.
The love,
and read through.
a lot of fans of the love.
The
So
love?
yes,
Love,
absolutely.
love. Yeah, and that's so easy. How cool would it be even for a wedding? You know what I mean? There's so many places that you can put it. And again, you can do whatever color you want. So do we have a winner?
And we have a big winner, Brenda Vasquez.
Yay, Brenda? Is it Brenda, did you say?
Yes, Vasquez.
Yay,
Yes.
Brenda. I'm not going to attempt your last name because, again, I butcher names. But I'm super happy for you, Brenda. Thank you for being on here today and telling us where you would put this look. You guys are all winners if you try this look because it's so good. Everybody will be asking, how did you do that? You learned it here on Home Talk. So if you love this DIY, tomorrow there's another one coming up, another DIY expert right here on Home Talk TV at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When this video ends, be sure to hit subscribe so you're always alerted because you will definitely see me on here again. And if you want to follow me daily, you can find me on my playground online on Facebook at Sonya's Shabby Chic Junk Monkey page, or I blog at styleshabby.com, guys. You guys take care. I will see you soon with another super fun DIY.
See ya.